Greetings and salutations, internet friends, and welcome to another episode of the First Time Film Club. My name is Emily, the titular, wank, first timer. This is Matthew, my husband, Cinema Sherpa, I'm nailing this so far, and viewer submitted title, Tinseltown Teddy Bear.
Tinseltown Teddy Bear. Wait, is that for me or is that for
I'm saying this
Kochi?
for you. Oh my god, his name is not Kochi. His name is Kumar, and he's like my cuddle buddy teddy bear.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go. But that was submitted by Greg Howard. So Greg, thank you so much for submitting. Remember, you too can submit your own title for Matthew.
Yeah, whatever you want to call me.
Whatever you want to call him. If you will, use hashtag title and then.
Yeah.
Whatever name you're submitting.
Using the hashtag makes it easier to search for in the comments. Because
we get a lot of comments, which we're super duper grateful for, but it's hard to filter through them. So, but if you're new here, first off, welcome. What we're doing is we're watching our way through a very long list of movies that I have somehow never seen, but that Matthew has, i.e. Cinema Sherpa. And so, what movie are we watching today, Matthew?
Today we're going to be watching the 1982 comedy Airplane 2. And as per usual, I'll only give you the name and the genre. You go in with whatever information you already know about it. You let everybody know what you know, then we watch it and we talk about it.
Yepers.
What do you know about Airplane 2?
So, I know, prepare yourself, I've got a plethora of information here. It is the sequel to Airplane 1. I'm fairly certain that it has Lloyd Bridges in it, which first, that just, brings it right on up on my radar. And from what I understand, William Shatner also makes an appearance. Suppose we'll see if that's actually true, but I really hope it is. I don't know anything about the premise. I don't know anything about the plot. I honestly am not sure. I don't know if Leslie Nielsen is in this one. I don't know.
Can't say.
But regardless, I imagine it's going to be... Did you say the genre? You said the genre.
Yeah.
Comedy. Yeah. But... So I imagine it's going to be funny and kind of quirky, and that's kind of my preferred brand of humor. So I'm looking forward to it. I have high hopes. One other thing that I do know is that this is the Patreon poll winner. Yeah, you see how I slid that in there? Nice. That means that this will have a full-length reaction that is available on our Patreon. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description below to get more info on our Patreon options. But yeah, that's it. That's what I got.
Oh, the only other thing is you'll see me taking notes on my phone of things I want to talk about after the movie. So whenever you see me with a phone in my hand, that's what I'm doing there. So yeah, I'm ready. Let's watch the movie.
Let's watch. Oh, bitch, we going to space. Oh. Yes. Roughly. Yes. Oh, no! So far, so good. Oh. Jeez, I almost missed that.
Don't worry, there are more.
Titties. Okay, alright.
That your puppy, son?
Yeah, his name's Scraps, and he's going to the moon with us.
Oh, no. No dogs are allowed on the shuttle, son. I'm afraid Scraps will have to be shot.
Just joking. Blank C. Scraps is fine.
I said whenever you're in town, just call me. Sure.
Dinner.
Well, women and the space program have come a long way, sweetheart, but after the wedding, no more complicated computers for my little girl. We're gonna head up the division in charge of babies for Mr. and Mrs. Simon Kurtz. That's an order, Lieutenant.
Oh, hate it. Hate it. It's so stupid, I love it.
Into 15,000 and hold until further notice. Over.
The Supremes really hit the top of the charts with this really big one in the 60s, Baby Love.
Now, we both know that shuttle needs another month of pre-launch testing.
Forget it.
Commissioner.
People the old-fashioned way.
Please, may I have this bedpan? I promise I have to give it to somebody else and I'll bring it right back.
Anal retentive. Nice choice.
You can take off now. We'll finish up tomorrow.
Titties.
Your alpha scan reading seems to be leveling off.
Is that a good sign?
It does the job. Why don't you tell me the whole story? From the beginning. After all, that's why I'm here.
That's Robot House, right? Dean Wormer.
Yeah.
But you can tell your boys that are bored for me that this thing stinks to high heaven of kickback.
You heard it, boys. Now what do you say?
That one tickle you?
No, it's because it was like from the first one when he.
May I help you?
Yes, I'd like to see
Rock.
Time and Newsweek.
Oh. Man. Get me Spider-Man! Sorry. So stupid.
I'm very excited, Simon.
Guess this is a first for you, eh, kid?
No, I've been excited before.
Captain over.
Ah.
Welcome aboard.
Captain, your navigator, Mr. Unger, and your first officer, Mr. Dunn. Unger, didn't you serve under Over in the Air Force?
Not directly. Technically, Dunn was under Over and I was under Dunn.
Yep. Dunn was over Unger and I was overdone.
Mayflower 1, you're clear on 2-9er to taxi into launch position.
Roger, ready to taxi. Over.
Fair. LOL.
Do you think things will be a lot different on the moon, Dad?
Oh, it's gonna be terrific. Whole new world.
Does that mean no more headlines about the rape trial? No more kids yelling, your old man's a psychopathic sex pervert?
Look, a man can make an honest mistake. Anyway, she was asking for it. They're all asking for it all the time.
Dad never slaps me around at home. It must be his coffee.
No, I've been serving Dad decaf. Maybe he's just an asshole.
It's a good chance. Danger vacuum. I imagine that's what our dogs see. Like,
That thing is a monster.
I'd like to call one of the passengers from that flight, if it pleases the court.
Do you swear on the Constitution
Wait a
of the
minute.
United States to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Ain't no thing.
My man.
But the folks was freaking, man. Hey, and the pilots were laid to the bone, home. So blood hammering out at
Johnny!
the runway like a mother. Shit.
Golly!
Calm down. Now get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Get off your seat.
Don't be one of the phone.
Get one more
The
for good
second
measure.
slap always gets me.
Will you please control yourself? Bailiff, Valium!
Valium!
And he went to pieces.
Andy went to pieces?
No! Andy was the navigator. He was all right. Buddy went to pieces. It was awful how he came unglued.
Howie came unglued.
Oh, no. Howie was a rock.
But who's on third?
Doctor, can you give the court your impression of Mr. Stryker? I'm sorry I don't do impressions. My training is in psychiatry.
Judge, how about a photo for the Daily News?
Of course.
Thanks, Counselor.
Well, there's a lot more to the story, but I've probably heard enough already. I don't want to go on forever.
I love that they're rehashing the old jokes and like this. I'm a simple creature. I'm all right with that. Like, I'm a cheap date. You ain't got to reinvent the wheel.
Do you mind if Jimmy here takes a look around?
Of course not. Mary, come on in.
You like to play ball with him?
Yeah,
Throw a stick and have him bring it back?
yeah.
Of course you do. Well, my goodness, Scraps is a boy dog, isn't he? Jimmy,
Do you like it when Scraps holds onto your leg and rubs up and down?
Unauthorized personnel.
Yeah, everything's real neat up here.
Well, that's strange.
Mr. Unger is attempting a manual shutdown right now.
What are you doing, Dave?
We've been thrown off course just a tad.
What exactly is a tad?
Are you telling us absolutely everything?
Not exactly. We're also out of coffee.
That's okay.
Okay.
Coffee's a devil juice.
Calm down over there. Okay.
Oh no, I just made a lot of people mad.
Yeah, you did.
Ever since Reagan fired the controllers, he's been completely senile.
Yeah, but what about McCroskey?
You say Reagan. Reagan was
Yeah.
It was funny. No. Is that Mission Impossible?
Mm-hmm.
That came out already? Hey!
What a geritol and a ham on rye. No cheese. Here's all the available information on the sun, sir. That thing is hot.
Yeah.
I want to know absolutely everything that's happened up till now.
Well, let's see. First, the Earth cooled, and then the dinosaurs came. But they got too big and fat, so they all died, and they turned into oil. And then the Arabs came, and they bought Mercedes-Benzes. And Prince Charles started wearing all of Lady Di's clothes. Would you believe it?
I couldn't.
Things sure haven't changed.
Oh, God.
Not a bit.
Oh, God.
My God, the sun.
What is it, Simon?
A large fiery ball at the center of our solar system, but that's not important now.
Until we get through to them, our hands are tied. We gotta make plans.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm busy right through Friday.
Stinson.
But how about lunch Saturday?
I don't mean to sound forward. I mean, I know I don't know you. I don't think we're gonna live through this. And I've never been with a man before.
Oh, my God.
Would somebody please tell me what in Sam Hill a woman is doing up there in charge of that ship?
Well, maybe she's got her ship together.
God, love him.
But he smells so bad. Cabin.
Donkey got a cigarette.
Can I ask you a question?
What is it?
It's an interrogative statement used to test knowledge. But that's not important right now, mister.
Oh, crap.
Elaine Dickinson. She's a ship's computer officer. Jacobs, what have you got on Elaine Dickinson?
Well, I'm 2 inches taller, a better dancer, and much more fun to be with.
Striker!
Damn it.
Sorry to pull you out of bed at this hour, gentlemen.
Forget it. I was reading.
What's the story?
It's about an old man who catches this great big fish, but that's not important now, bud.
We keep losing the radio.
Give it to me straight. What's it look like?
A radio? What? But so big, green with numbers.
So much. So much.
They're screwed.
They're dead.
Did I leave the iron on?
Elaine, we're gonna have to blow the computer.
Blow rock?
You know, right now we're working to raise the consciousness of the vegetarian minorities with diet sensitivity training.
Who's in charge here? McCroskey, controller. Halleck, commissar.
Jacobs, Sagittarius.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Would everybody move to the lounge who is not carrying a bomb?
You may not be out of the woods yet, but at least you got rid of that bomb. Over.
Not exactly, McCroskey. The bomb's right here beside me.
Right there, beside you, in the cockpit?
There it is. I was wondering when that was going to happen. Ugh.
Striker, listen to me now, and listen good. That thing is bound to come apart on you with that speed.
You know who he reminds me of? Brock Sampson.
Oh,
from the
yeah.
Venture Bros.
Yeah, a lot, actually.
If you got any ideas at all, now is the time. I want to hear them, and I want to hear them now.
How about a game show like Hollywood Squares, but with kids? Gary Coleman could host.
Not Buck Murdoch.
No, Buck Murdoch.
Who's Buck Murdoch, Ted?
Just a guy I flew with during the war, Elaine. He was with us that day I led the raid over Macho Grande.
And he's still alive?
Shit. Damn, Elaine, you cold-blooded.
0.5 warp, God help, nobody's ever traveled at that speed before.
Last spring, we did Europe in 9 days. And then we went to Bakersfield, and then we ended up in Fresno. Fresno? No one goes to Fresno anymore.
I love, does he have a cigarette holder?
Mhm.
Was that the... My God, I love him.
In case some of you are wondering, we are traveling 1/2 the speed of light. Some of you might experience a temporary metabolic change, but there's nothing to worry about.
So stupid.
Commander Murdoch,
What is it, Lieutenant? We better get to the tower, Lieutenant.
we have no tower, sir.
No tower.
Just a bridge, sir.
Why the hell aren't I notified about these things?
We could try ignoring it, sir.
I see. Who's in control of that bucket, Lieutenant?
Some guy by the name of Ted Stryker, sir.
Ted Stryker.
Do you know him, sir?
Never heard of him. That's not exactly true. We were like brothers. We flew together during the war. What have you found?
All I found is that these red lights keep moving back and forth. Aside from that, this thing seems to have no other function whatsoever.
That look familiar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have some sort.
These lights keep blinking out of sequence, sir.
I see.
What should we do about it, sir?
Get them to blink in sequence.
Solving problems left and right.
Sir, I pulled Ted Stryker's record.
And?
I don't think you're gonna like it.
Oh my God, there's so many.
But it's his ship now. He's the top dog. The big man, numero uno honcho.
Hey.
Murdoch, the damn lever just came off in my hand, and we're still at warp.
Try another lever.
Try another
There are no
lever.
more levers, just switches.
No buttons?
No buttons, just switches, lights, and knobs.
Oh, cut the bleeding heart crap, will ya? We've all got our switches, lights, and knobs to deal with, Stryker.
I want a shirt.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
I'm all right.
I'm all right.
I'm all right.
She's starting to shake.
She's starting to shake. She's starting to shimmy. You pull this off, and there's going to be a lot of people just might forget that Macho Grande ever happened. We're going to get her down. And down safe.
Down safe.
I don't know if this is a good time to ask,
Oh.
but would it be possible for me to get my briefcase back?
Jesus. Gotta watch all the way through the credits.
Mm-hmm.
Second time bomb on your right.
Okay, all right. Sonny, okay. He looks familiar. If that's not the freaking story of my life, he looks familiar, but I don't know who he is.
Yeah. I mean, should anybody expect anything else?
No. If you do, shame on you. What's a gaffer? Worst boy, Adolf Hitler. Yep. Airplane 3.
That's exactly what they'll be expecting us to do.
Oh, so that means there's not an airplane 3.
Tis not. So, that was Airplane 2, the sequel.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yes. So, overall thoughts?
I mean, I enjoyed it. It's not necessarily, I don't see this as a film. I see this as just like one long stretch of punchlines and ridiculous jokes, and I'm just on board with it. Like, it's great. It's a good time. I loved how much Johnny there was. That made me very happy. I love that they reused so many jokes and were just like unabashedly, like, just full on. They were just recycled, and I'm okay with that.
Is there any favorite moments, favorite gags?
So the one, I don't know why, I thought it was so, it's not really so clever, but I just wasn't expecting it for some reason. It had Shatner on the damn screen that turned into a door. It's just like,
I got that the Murdoch Shatner door gag. That was one of my favorite bits, or one that made me like giggle.
So there's so much going on in these movies, like so much background goofs and gags, along with like the forefront goofiness that's going on. I was looking so hard in like the background on the left side of the screen to try and see, like, it was the people were walking through the
when they were walking through the metal
X-ray metal detector thing. I was looking so hard over there that I missed the titties.
Okay.
Bless you.
That one snuck up on me.
I think I might leave that in. That was cute. But yeah, almost missed that first set of titties, and that would have just been a travesty.
Well, there were plenty more.
There were, which I appreciate. Oh, one thing I didn't appreciate, and y'all knew it was coming, was the dog bit with the blanks.
Scraps is fine.
What are some of your favorite bits?
In the beginning, the dog fighting suitcases.
Oh, yes! Yes! God.
Just because it was very unexpected, very silly. That makes me laugh. The anal retentive bedpan, funny. And
so many.
Speaking of like background things, like one of my, I don't know why.
The oil check?
No, it was something like that wasn't. It's something that wasn't like an action going on in the background. It was just there, and I don't know why it makes me laugh so much. But like when you're in the spaceship and they're looking at like the control panel and everything, there's a sign up that says "unauthorized personnel only." I don't know why that. Just
didn't even notice that. That's what I'm saying. Like there's so many little kind of Easter egg goofs just all over the place. Like this.
And
gosh.
like you said, the Shatner door gag, right? That was funny, and of course, like my favorite bit or favorite bits is just anything that Johnny does.
Yes,
he's still the best. That's
100%. He is the MVP of this movie. Also the photograph for the paper. That just tickled me.
I'm sure you saw the obvious ones, the nods to Star Trek.
Yeah.
He literally saw the Enterprise when he looked at the periscope. The original from the TV show Enterprise. But also on the moon base, there was that piece of equipment with red lights that didn't look familiar to you.
Yes.
That's because it has been... You haven't seen the Star Trek movies yet.
No.
So it is in one of the original Star Trek movies.
Okay.
But it is also in Star Trek Next Generation. I think it's in a Star Wars movie. I think it may have been in one of the prequels. I can't remember.
It's just this piece of machinery that floats around sci-fi.
Yeah, and it's in not one or two other movies that are on our list that we haven't watched yet. So you'll see it again.
Okay. Like, is that just like a nod? It's just kind of like a little Easter egg, or is it?
I don't know.
Like,
I think
it's just like we got that blip blorp machine.
Yeah, just
over
throw
in
that in there.
Holding. You want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need something that looks sci-fi equipment type deal like this.
I got you. Yeah, hold on. Oh, there were so many. Like I couldn't catch my breath for the. Oh well, it's a so and so, but that doesn't matter right now. Like there were so many of like those kind of bits. Oh Jesus, this is one of those. It's like I'm gonna have to like rewatch this just to kind of catch the bits that just to look in the background more. Because I know I missed stuff. I know I did.
You definitely will.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the background, or like you saw it, but we didn't. It didn't make a big deal about like the Rocky poster with the old man. Like...
Which is so funny because it was so like foretelling the future, right?
Yeah, it kind of came true. They kept making Rocky movies. Which, most of the Rocky movies are good. 5.
Well, I saw the one.
We watched Creed.
Yeah, Creed. I enjoyed that.
Good. You haven't seen the Rocky movies; those are on the list.
Yeah, they're on the list. The Boys. The boys in Washington, boys in DC, that tickled me.
That's always because you always hear that like in the business world.
Yeah.
You know, tell the boys this.
The boys downtown. Oh God.
What do we say? Screw 'em. There's a lot of actors that unsurprisingly you didn't notice.
Yeah.
Or people you didn't notice.
I'm the worst.
I don't think that's super important, but it's just
that's not important right now.
It's a little added extra bonus, like a bonus thing, but it's not. It doesn't affect you getting the humor of the movie.
Yeah.
Like one of the news reporters is Pat Sajak, the host of Wheel of Fortune. The little kid was the kid from Poltergeist.
I was going to say, I know that kid I recognized. I kept looking at it. This is the problem. Like, pretty much like all kids look the same to me.
So I want you to give your rating and everything first. And as usual, you give your rating and final thoughts and all that on it, and I will tell you mine. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I do like the first one better, which is, I think, typical for, sequels, trequels, whatever. Trequels? Is that sure.
We're going to go with it.
It is now. You said it.
I'm going to say this is an 8.8 for me. 8.8.
Okay.
I'm trying to be a little bit more critical with some of my... What?
This is why I wanted you to go first and give your opinion and all that, because mine is a bit more on the negative side.
Oh.
Like, I enjoy the film. I think it's okay.
Uh-huh.
But, so Abram Zucker did not do this movie.
Oh, okay.
They, according to them on the commentary on Airplane, the first one, they agreed to do a sequel, but then they changed their mind.
Mm-hmm.
But studio went ahead and did it anyway. And according to them, they've never watched this movie. Like they're like, eh.
Oh, snap.
So the thing for me, like what I was talking about in the beginning, why I haven't watched it that much, and it's been years since I watched it, is because, and that's why I was excited to watch it again, is because I wanted to see if maybe I would change my mind or my feelings about it would change. It's just that it's so similar to the first one, and there's so many the same jokes, like the hysterical woman being slapped, the drinking problem, the constant use of, what's the sun? That's a giant ball of fire at the center of university. That's not important right now. It's so similar to the first one that it's almost in my mind, it's like, well, why even bother?
Yeah.
There are a couple extra, that's exactly why, and I get it. So whatever I was like, if I ever felt like watching a comedy, like, I'm just gonna watch the first Airplane, because the second one is almost exactly the same as the first one.
Very rinse and repeat, but with slightly different shampoo. I get you. No, I totally do. And given the opportunity or the choice between the two, I would watch the first one again. What I would watch for sure of this one is like if somebody has like all of the Johnny clips just like in one video.
I'm sure there probably is somewhere on YouTube.
I'd watch the crap out of that. But if this was on like on whatever, I was gonna say cable. I don't think we even have that. But if it happened to be on, I'd watch it. And I'd giggle. I'd I will say this. At one point, I think it was like when they were in the tower, like they had just talked to the boys from downtown, those two guys, and it was like boop boop. It was like the third, but that's not important right now.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, we're almost getting to the point where this isn't funny, but then I just said, nah, screw it, and I just leaned into it and was like, man.
You're a very like you said, you're a cheap date.
Yeah.
You just like to have fun.
Yep.
It's funny. For me, I would just like I said, it's
I'd rather
okay.
the original.
Yeah.
Well, what would you rate it?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It's okay. This is a safe space, she said.
Yeah.
To the internet.
Of course, always going to be honest. So probably a 5.
Okay, that's not nearly
Like,
as bad as I thought it
just
was going to be.
Right down the middle.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it's not great. I would just go back and watch the first one.
That's totally cool, man.
And it's mostly okay because it's just redoing the same jokes from the first one.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. Well, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you don't mind, give the video a like. Leave us a comment between the two on which are your favorite versions. As if this was a remake.
Yeah. Which do you prefer?
Yeah.
What would you rate it?
Yeah. What are some of your favorite bits? What are some of your least favorite bits? Yeah, just let us know. I always love, and if you have any juicy tidbits, I always love that. Y'all are so great with giving us background information. That always makes my day. Yeah, and if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can stay up to date on all of the Summerlin shenanigans. And if you have nothing else?
I don't.
Okay. Well then, gang, we will see you next time with another First Time.